Hey folks, we're back for Chapter 2. I'm Jay.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Patrick. I don't remember what happened. It'll probably recap us, right?
It will, yeah.
Okay.
But it left on one hell of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't someone like die?
Yeah, White.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you remember that waifu that we were just like, whoa, look at that sexual tension. She's dead.
I mean, I'm dead. Because my thing is fucking close.
What?
Hey, there's still chip crumbs.
I wore black pants and we're
Oh.
eating chips, and now there's chips all over the world in the pants.
Well, we ate chips. Goddamn, the big ass bag barely lasted 5 minutes.
Like, I got
I
home.
told you I was hungry.
I didn't say I didn't believe you. I just said I'm impressed a tiny man like you ate me.
Like, I got home at like 6:30 after work and had to come here. So I had to, like, the only time I had to do was shower, so I didn't have anything to eat for supper.
I offered you shit.
I know. I'm not saying I'm not grateful. Cameron!
I'm gonna increase the rise.
Hello from the future, this is Jay here. So due to Cameron playing with the settings, in that little clip you just saw there, he actually turned off the microphone somehow. Probably in some weird, unknown, playing with the resolution messed with the capture, I don't know. In any case, so here I am from the future. I figure most of you people actually listen to the commentary anyway. Unfortunately, because like I said, the recording didn't happen because Cameron changed his resolution, we don't have any for this episode. And rather than just skip to the next episode, I figure you people would actually want to know what's going on. So I'm going to do one-man solo commentary. I apologize for this already, it's probably going to be a mistake. But hey, whatever. We'll see how this goes, I don't know. Again, like, if you watch this for the three of us bantering and gallivanting around, you probably don't want to bother listening to me yammer on. But if you're actually here and you want to know what the story of the game is going into next episode, well, you can just stay and watch and put up with my bullshit. How does that sound? Well, since you're still listening to this, I guess that's alright with you. So yeah, this is just the recap from the last set we did. There's Crane being a shitlord, and yeah, there's the Tweedles pulling their bullshit. I'll try not to drink thanks to the microphone. Also, hey, you all remember when Toad was a shit, right? That was fun. Cameron made his jokes, Patrick was a good cop. Then we had our fun at the bar, and oh man, I love this bar scene. Like honestly, it just really gets going well. Oh yeah, also for those of you who didn't actually catch that, during the bar fight, well before the bar fight, the woodsman actually admits to not being at Little Red Riding Hood's house to save her, but he was gonna rob her. Also Grendel. We decided for some reason not to tear his arm off, probably because Cameron's a coward. I mean, like, seriously, how do you not tear Grendel's arm off? You're given a blank check here. You rip that guy's arm off. You gotta relive the legend. That's just how it works, you know? Like, yeah, well. Whatever. I ripped his arm off. I ripped it off super good in my playthrough. Good times that was. But yeah, so, you know, always really. Oh yeah, right. There was also this little thing that happened at the end of the last episode. For those of you who are, well, you should have been watching. Yeah, we got a new head on the doorstep, and it was Snow White's. Yeah, there it is, the head, Snow White's head. Also, just a quick reminder, for those of you who haven't paid attention, Bigby isn't actually a cop. He's the sheriff of Fabletown, but that doesn't actually matter in New York City. New York police don't recognize imaginary badges that belong to imaginary wolves. Oh, also, during this little thing, Cameron got the idea that he'd just play it cool as the wolf and not say a goddamn thing. Actually, I don't even remember why. Like, I think me and Pat were each going back and forth, like, oh, you gotta be cooperative. No, you gotta fight her. And then Cam's just like, nah, I'm just gonna let this happen. Yeah, and then
That's very helpful. Thank you.
yeah. Oh yeah, women love it when you give them the silent treatment. Just remember that, fellas. Just be ambivalent, and you will get all the women forever. Forever. I guarantee it. This is coming from a proper ladies' man. You betcha. God damn. I don't know the first thing about women. The fact that I ever even got a date is amazing to me. Oh, right, yeah, now she's bleeding. Yep. That's a little bit alarming.
I'm Detective Brannigan.
Oh yeah, right. Cameron didn't even bother to tell her she's bleeding. I think he panicked, if I remember right, and just clicked nothing. I don't actually know the program that I edit with. For some reason, turns off the volume while you record. I suppose it's so you don't get that weird feedback. But now I actually can't remember what most of these characters are saying. Really inconvenient when you get down to that. Kind of makes it hard for the commentary. But hey, what the hell. But yeah, mysterious. Oh, no, it's just Crane. You see, his presence actually just drives women mad. Really, it's fascinating to watch. It's kind of like Patrick, really.
It's just a
You know, both of them just drive women away.
It works.
The weirdest thing. You wouldn't expect them to be... Well, Crane you'd expect to be a woman repellent. I mean, look at that thing. No woman wants to stick with a nose. I mean, that's really how his body is. It's weirdly thin, but with that giant, bulbous nose. Like, I guess it's supposed to be that, like, comedic old man nose. Or maybe, I don't know, was Ichabod Crane in, like, Legends always famous for a big nose? I mean, thinking back to it, I guess the Disney one had a big nose, didn't it? I don't know, maybe it's just one of those weird traits. So yeah, in case you forgot, I think I'm 90% sure this game takes place in the 70s. I mean, just look at Crane's fashionable green car. Like, I'm not good with cars, but I'm pretty sure they've never made something like that after the 80s. I mean, it's just a box. It was around the 90s we started adding, like, curves to things. We got super into curves in the 90s, didn't we?
This doesn't change anything.
I don't know, it was dumb.
Fine.
I will try not to slurp
We
delicious
found
smoothie
Tweedledee
next to
chained
the
up to a
microphone. It
post.
probably sounds
You're
awful
doing
on the
correct.
capture, but I don't know.
Well, I don't
You
know
guys are
why
gonna have to
you
put up with that, not me.
Dee was at the
But
trip
yeah.
when the snow was left in the woodlands, so it couldn't possibly be
Yeah, the
involved
plot
in this
thickens,
weekend.
and I don't know. This scene is kind of interesting because you can actually,
Interrogating him.
if
And
you
he hasn't
want,
said
you can
anything
learn
useful.
more about Crane,
And
and
the big B, we have to tread carefully here.
or
We
you can
can't
just accuse him of
implicate
being a
an innocent
shitbag.
man.
Really, it can go either way.
We're
I mean,
worried about your conduct.
yeah, you could chum up to him. You could, you know, learn more about him. You can understand how he feels, or you can just call him
That
out.
doesn't mean they're necessarily involved
I mean,
in
quite
the
honestly,
murders.
calling him out is legit. He's a shitbag. Look at him. He's just the shittiest human being in this, too. Like, almost no redeeming qualities whatsoever. I mean, you could argue maybe he's
I
working for
know
the
what
town,
you
but
think, Big B.
even Snow said in the first
It's been
chapter he
one
doesn't
full
work hard
night
at
with a
all.
slice of morning,
Hell, he just keeps
and I already
disappearing.
miss her too.
And that's not conducive to office anything, really.
You know, I never get more homesick than when one of us dies.
Yeah, well,
Now,
what do I know?
we're at
I'm
the
shit at my
snow.
job. Actually, I'm
I've never
really,
been good with these sorts of
really
things.
wish I had more time to do a better
Just
recording,
can't
or at least get
believe
Cam
this
and
is
Pat
really
in here, but
happening. Give me a
Cam's getting ready at this moment
Treat
for
her
his
like the fucking
TF
maid
Con.
now.
He's super hyped about that.
You want a shoulder to cry
And
on?
Pat
You
works a
didn't
lot.
and you don't
Actually, I work a
now.
lot too now, but
That is
like,
not
holy
true.
shit,
Not
I am
true at all.
exhausted.
I thought we had some
Like,
common
I'm
ground to
recording
discuss
this
like
after
gentlemen.
pretty much dinner, which was almost immediately after getting home. Actually, I was gonna edit this episode, and I thought it was all gonna be all great. Now I could just let it render, but no, I had to find out it had absolutely
forget
no
it.
commentary whatsoever, which
I
is
don't know why I'm
just
asking you,
just
but
awful.
Did she give any indication as to
Like
what she
I
was
said,
thinking?
Just
When you saw her
awful.
last,
Again,
I
if you're
mean.
if you're still here, I mean,
I don't know
thanks.
why, but I'd
Makes
like
me
to know
feel
that
like
she
I'm
was,
not wasting my time.
I guess fine,
Uh,
I suppose.
Well, just remember this,
Come
kids.
off as
when it comes to Let's Plays, make sure you check your shit in a timely manner. Also, when it comes to Let's Plays, make sure you do everything a hell of a lot earlier. Because rendering takes like 2-3 hours, and then uploading to YouTube takes like 10. Actually, shit, YouTube is just awful. I've said this like a million times, but I wish YouTube actually had competition, because I'm not gonna lie to you people, using it has just been an ordeal after ordeal.
I'll get it done.
I mean, like, I don't know if any of you out there have ever had to use it, but it's just awful. Also, that look on Crane's face, it's just like, he broke my window. But he's done, it looks like the kind of face a man makes when his window's been broken more than once. Actually, it's the kind of face you make when your window breaks on a regular basis. Then again, they live near the Bronx, so that's not out of the possible. Also, yeah, for some reason they think it's a good idea to leave anyone alone with Bluebeard for extended periods of time. I mean, who in their right mind would just... I mean, it's Bluebeard! He has a knife! He was sharpening it for an interrogation. I mean, like, let's be perfectly honest, that's probably not the... Then again, it is Tweedle. I mean, worst case scenario, he slits his throat, there's a lot of body fat to get through. I mean, have you ever actually looked at the two Tweedles? They're like thumbs with a face. They don't even have a neck, it's just... I mean, look at that. It looks like you just took a dollop of whipped cream and plopped it on a rock. He's not an attractive fellow, nor is his brother. I mean, it's just unfortunate, those two. It doesn't help their assholes. Probably why Bigbeard was having, or Bluebeard I should say, Bluebeard was having so much fun with this. Bigbeard, what the fuck was I don't know, I probably thought of some wonderful hybrid of Bluebeard and Bigsby Wolf, or Bigby Wolf. God damn, I am just losing it. I did say I worked today, right? God damn, 9 hours of labor. It leaves you at like 10%. Anyway, yeah, no. Some wonderful hybrid of Bigby Wolf and Bluebeard. Some terrifying sea werewolf. Wouldn't that be wouldn't that just be the worst fucking thing to run into? Although it would make investigations shit awesome. Like, goddamn, like, that'd get to the bottom of every goddamn case. Just be like, I'll get Bigsby Beard in here, and people would be like, oh shit, never mind. Oh yeah, right, so... obviously, you can choose to either just be good cop or bad cop, and I think at some point Cameron just straight up decided to be good cop. Namely because you can't... No, yeah, right, I was the one who told him, you can't out bad cop Bluebeard. I kind of said it as a joke, but he just straight up took and ran with it. I mean, it's true, you can't out bad cop Bluebeard. He's Bluebeard. I mentioned he was sharpening a knife when we walked in the room, right? I mean, like, let's be honest. When a bad cop is sharpening the knife, you're screwed. Also, Cameron was gonna make a choice, but then he thought it was funnier to just make him look at the picture. It kind of is. I mean, he's... that's how you guilt trip a guy. Just look at this! Look at this severed head! Isn't it neat? It's a severed head! I mean, look at it! Shit, I'd look at it. It's a severed head. Man, that actually sounded a hell of a lot more psychotic when I said it. Maybe I do need Cam and Pat here to at least point out when I'm saying something incriminating. I mean dangerous. Yeah, dangerous. That's what I mean. Again, I apologize. I don't want to let my smoothie go to waste. Fuck you people if you think I should. It's a good smoothie. It's made with love. Also bananas. You gotta get your potassium, kids. It's good for something or other. I don't know. Oh man, so this game has a weird theme going throughout it, really, about just rolls of money. Like, you'll see that shit, like, everyone has just rolls of money. I mean, I guess this is before ATMs were a thing, but, like, every goddamn person carries, like, 3 rolls of money. Like, even before ATMs, who would carry that much around? Also, yeah. Like I said, good cop. Also, was it just me, or did giving him the liquor make it look like you were pouring it into like a toilet. Just all those chins. Kinda look like a bull, especially with him just lurching his mouth back. I don't know. I thought he looked kinda toilety.
I would, but I can't tell you where he is.
Kinda shitty.
Last time I saw him, we split up, and I went to find
no?
Faith.
Okay. But yeah, no.
Don't know where he
You gotta
is
put
now.
the squeeze on.
But he didn't
Admittedly,
kill
when you do
anybody.
this scene,
Just leave
there's
him
the
out
two
of
ways to
this.
go. You can try to be the bad cop. You'll actually talk less. Like, you gotta be the good
I went
cop.
to a
You got. I mean, you just have
That's
to.
no secret. You
The
saw him.
Tweedle, he doesn't respond right unless you show him kindness. I mean, this is the part where Pat kind of just laughed like, ah, I'm right. He'll talk if you're nice.
Can't help you.
Me and
I'm
Cam
not saying
ignored
any
him.
more about it.
We gotta stop ignoring the Pat is always right rule. I mean, it's just straight up true.
Just let me go, alright?
But yeah, like I said, the Tweedle, he's dumb. He'll just say whatever he knows if you're nice enough to just let him talk. If you're an ass, he clams up. Also, I mean, I know we could have gotten a little more information by loosening his straps, but it was funny. Also, yeah, I mentioned this during the LP, but Crane and Bluebeard kind of act like your mortal compass. So it's effectively shitlord and homicidal shitlord. I mean, like, Bluebeard's a cool character and all, but he's evil as fuck. I mean, listen to him. He would willingly cut this dude up if we let him. If we shut that door with just him and Bluebeard again, Bluebeard would probably cut the information out of him by carving just a name into his chest or something. Or I don't know, firing his ass out of a cannon.
Well, that brings me back
That sounds
to my
piratey,
first
right?
question. Who are you working
I don't know. I'd fire his ass out of a cannon.
Come on, D.
I mean, I'm pretty sure of all people to have a cannon big enough, it would be
Who's
Bluebeard.
calling the shots?
Actually, you know, I wonder, does Bluebeard have a boat? Like, I know these guys are all supposed to be in hiding, but they very clearly take with them, like, elements of who they were. I'm wondering, like, does he have a boat or, like, a little schooner?
I'm saving that.
I would love, actually, a mental image of this trendy, hip Bluebeard we have here, just in, like, a little tiny rowboat or a kayak.
No fucking way.
And then
Get out
you
of your
laugh at
mind.
him because he's driving a little tiny boat. He just pulls out that big knife, and you realize then that was the last mistake you'll ever make.
I'll be nice. This is all up to you.
You know, on account of it being Bluebeard. Whether or not he has a tiny
Yeah,
boat
alright.
doesn't matter. It's Bluebeard. He'll kill you.
Wanna
It's sort of
see
what
a
he
treat?
does. Also, yeah, this might be one of the few times when you weren't supposed to be nice to him, just because,
Why don't
yeah,
you
he just
tell me
blows
who
smoke
you're
in your
working
face and
for?
Look,
doesn't
you're
even
not
tell you a
bad
damn
guy,
thing.
despite what
At least I
Beauty
don't
says
think he
about
does.
you. At least
It's actually
you're not
a little bit of
total
a
bastard,
while since
But I just can't
since we
give you that
recorded this, and like I said, I can't
There's
actually
no way
hear
Beauty would associate
while the
with a
recording is
scumbag
happening
like you.
because this
What's
program I
wrong with
use
me?
is
You're
not
telling me I ain't
as
pretty
intuitive
enough.
as it looked during the demo. Go figure, kids. The program actually gets slightly worse after you slap down money on it. But hey, what are you gonna do? I figured out GIFs. That was fun. I mean, doesn't come up a lot anymore. Mostly came up whenever we couldn't do it, but hey, next time we need a GIF, yeah. That'll be fun. But yeah, no, it doesn't matter whether you're the good cop or a bad cop. One of these two stops your interrogation before unfortunately, he spills whatever he's gonna spill. I'm not 100% certain, but if you remember at the end of the episode, or the last episode, you had the choice of either going after, oh right, yeah, Cameron completely failed the keyboard shit because he couldn't. He was just going into this expecting a controller, and it just didn't happen. Also, whoa, what's this? Oh, spooky. I mean, even Tweedledee is kind of just like, what the hell? Actually, I mean, I gotta admit, the first time, that surprised the hell out of me. And then, you know, when you really think about it, this kind of makes sense. I mean, well, I don't know, you're about to see why it all makes sense. They explain it probably better than I'm going to, but you know, it's all about the dumb things. But, oh yeah, right, in the interrogation, you can either be bringing in Woody or one of the Tweedles, and I think the major difference is the Tweedle will respond better to being a good cop, but Woody Woody, in case you haven't noticed, hates himself. Like, even Woody knows he's a shit. He responds, I think he responds better if you're the bad cop. Although, actually, truth be told, Woody doesn't really know a lot. Or at least in the case of this investigation, I've never actually gone after Woody just because, I mean, what would he know? The Tweedles know shit. They're clearly tearing up buildings and, like, looking for information on Donkey Skin Girl, whatever her name is. Faith, that was it. Yeah, I can remember things, yeah. They were looking for Faith, so clearly they knew stuff about her. I mean, assuming they found anything, but they were looking for her for a reason, right? Like, what? Whoever they work for clearly wants to know about that.
Yeah.
Also, he didn't actually see, although weirdly enough, Tweedle didn't actually seem to know anything about the head of snow that was on your doorstep. I mean, you would have figured if someone was murdering it, it might have been the Tweedles, but no, he seemed genuine.
He said his son found
Oh yeah, right about now, Patrick made the joke that, what if it turns out it was Grimble this whole time? Then we laughed and laughed. And then he suggested no, it would actually be Dickbutt, and we laughed harder. Good times, good times. Good Dickbutt jokes. Can't run that joke into the ground, no sir. That has longevity, staying power, kinda like Boggle. Boggle is eternal. Boggle is good, Boggle is great. I don't think I've played Boggle in like 6 years. No, it had to be more than that. I was a little baby J back when I wore my baby pants and had all that body hair to which we just pinned a little bow tie to. Wasn't that little story we made up way back in Wind Waker? I don't know.
What is it?
Do anyone who even watches this new channel, like, do you ever even watch our Wind Waker playthrough?
Responsible in a way.
It was shitty for the first half, because it was our first one, the Wind Waker. It was shit, but, you know, we did good. Good for our first time when we didn't know what we were doing or where we were going.
Something else going on.
Jeez, I really drove Cam up the wall actually because I kept forgetting how to wind wake, and he just was livid. Like, oh, the worst reactions you've ever seen.
That's what it is, right?
Oh man, like as loud as Patrick laughed when I played that air hockey and Octodad, just replace that with just rage from Cameron. Like, it was beautiful, brilliant even.
And I'm supposed to do what?
Also, yeah, you might have noticed this episode was running long. We got locked in this cutscene here, and we were like, well, we're trapped, I guess we'll just... It ought to end soon, right? We thought, and then nope, it just kept going. Well, that's the thing about this game, right? It's a story-driven adventure of sorts. I don't know. We expected shorter for some reason. I don't know why I expected. I played this.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm not famous for thinking things through.
I know it's
actually, that's kind of a major fault of mine. I will know something won't work going into it, and I'll still do it anyway, just because I'm kind of an idiot like that.
TJ's waiting inside.
But yeah, kids, chalk that up to a lesson from good old Uncle Jay. Plan your shit out. Also, make sure you actually test things, you know, in a reasonable and timely manner, because that shit'll bite you in the ass. I mean, look at me. Here I sit, broken-hearted, waiting for a video to edit. I don't know. And oh yeah, right, the game actually just stuttered and lagged at that point. Oh, it was the worst. My camera's new computer runs pretty great on average, but it just shuts down.
TJ's over there.
Also, hey, you remember all these fun office props, like the huge Dr. Doom glove or the... Oh, also, I don't know if you people noticed this, but look in the tree. There's a dude still hanging from it. Go on, go back and look. Also, look, the JPEG of that knight is still there. Oh, jeez. I really hope the capture didn't pick up that awful sneeze I just had there. That was... Oh, man, I felt things move. But yeah. Well, folks, see you next time.